We have 2 new kits coming out for The Sims 4 today, and I'm not really sure if I'm that excited about these. I am excited about one of them. The bathroom clutter kit looks like something that I'm probably going to like, but the other one is called the Simtimates kit, and it's gonna be like underwear, basically. And I don't normally get that excited about cast kits in general, but with this one in particular, I think I'm just mostly curious how it's gonna be worth the money. I guess right now I'm just feeling like $5 for some underwear is kind of a bit much, but I haven't actually downloaded these kits yet, so I am willing to be proven wrong. These just went on sale like a couple of minutes ago. Oh, it's suggesting the Simtimates collection, so I'm gonna buy them. I haven't actually switched to the EA app yet. I've just been using Origin still, so I don't know if I can download these or if I need to switch. Why is it verifying game files for a digital soundtrack? Give me my kits. Oh wait, it's preparing. Oh, okay. Well, that was fast. That took like 2 seconds. Now, which one should we look at first? Should we do what I'm most excited about or what I'm least excited about? I almost feel like I should just start in cast because it'll start us there anyway. And then we can end the video on a high note with the light switches that come with the bathroom clutter kit. How about that? Okay, welcome to the Sims 4 bathroom clutter kit. A family room. This kit has something for everyone from cute wall decals for kids to grandma's dentures. Create a realistic picture of a family by adding little touches for all ages. And personalized personal space. Transform your Sims bathroom into an elegant retreat where they can escape life's mayhem. Or let that mayhem spill over into this space as well. With this kit, you can create spaces that reflect the personalities of a variety of Sims. Okay, I think that's because they're giving us like sort of messy towels and then a cleaner swatch, and they're giving us a few things to like clutter up the counters, but also some nice bathroom decor like new lights and things. And then we also have the Simtimates collection. The latest in lounging. Update your Sims intimate wardrobe with fashions based on current material, color, and pattern trends. Lacy bodysuits, a variety of underwear styles, and boxers with playful prints will have your Sims bedrooms feeling like runways. Intimate but not exclusive. To inspire confidence in every Sim, we collaborated with MeUndies. Sorry, I know my face is covering this, but they collaborated with MeUndies to create styles that look good on a variety of body types. This collection will help any Sim look bold, flirty, and charming in the bedroom. I don't know anything about MeUndies. I just have memories of them like sponsoring every podcast in like 2017. That is my only association with them, so them being in The Sims is really amusing to me. I guess it makes sense to collaborate with the underwear company for an underwear pack, but there is just something about that is really funny to me. But anyway, here's the new stuff from the kit. Oh, maybe it's just one of them that's a collab with MeUndies, because it says MeUndies on the top. Okay, well that's kind of cute. I actually really like that one. I'm more impressed by this than I thought I would be. And we don't really have a lot of stuff like this, so that's kind of a fun little addition. There is an eggplant swatch on it, which is hilarious to me. And then it looks like it also has a matching set of bottoms for this one too. I like this one. I think it's actually a really cute set as well. And one of the things that I was kind of hoping for with this kit is that maybe it could be dual purpose. Like maybe I could have this be my Sims underwear, but I could also use it as a swimsuit or something. And I think that you could definitely use this as a swimsuit if you wanted to, especially because it has some like really nice plain, like just black bottoms. Then we also have this set, which has like some nicer, more pastel swatches and kind of like a mesh top to it. I like the colors on this one too. That's pretty cute. And then of course it has matching bottoms as well in the same sort of color scheme. I like that blue one a lot, and I like that deep v-neck. Then we have this one, and this is the one that they sort of teased in that like Sim Summit stream, so we've kind of seen some pictures of this one before. I really like how high-waisted the bottoms are. That is super cute. I feel like the texture is kind of throwing me off on this just a little bit. Like it almost doesn't match the texture of the other fabrics that we have in The Sims 4. I like it. It's cute, but there's something about it that feels like it doesn't look the same as the other ones. Is what I'm saying making sense? I think it's because it's supposed to be kind of mesh, like it's kind of see-through or something. I really like the top on this one though. I think this is really cute and the colors are pretty fun. Then we have this set, and I was kind of excited about this because of the underboob. Can I say underboob in my videos? I think I can. It's my videos. I can say whatever I want. But I liked the picture of this from the drawings, and I like the lace that it has too, but there's something about the lace that seems like kind of a weird texture in the game, although that yellow is very cute. And I also think that this could like so easily be used as a swimsuit if you wanted to. The bottoms especially are like so simple. They come in, of course, all of the same matching swatches, but I really like this yellow swatch. That's super nice. It has a white and a black too. I think there's one extra bra, like one more bra than there is bottoms, so I guess this one could be paired with like any of the bottoms that the swatches match. Like you could probably mix and match these things together if you wanted to. But this is kind of cute, and we don't really have a lot of like cute strapless things in the game. And then we also have this one, and this one's got a matching bottom as well. It looks like they tried to do a couple of like more nude swatches on this bra, but there's not really that many of them. And then the matching bottoms look kind of like this. I really like this green and purple swatch, I think. Also, this pink one is kind of nice. So in total, there's like 5 two-piece sets. We also got these new joggers, and these are kind of nice too. They're nice, just like simple joggers, and there's a couple of funny swatches like the grilled cheese and the camo. And then we've got 3 like full body outfits. We have this one, which I think might be my favorite one so far. I love this green. It comes in quite a few swatches. And then we also have this one, like a lacy bodysuit. We don't really have anything like this right now, so that's kind of fun. I like the colors on that a lot too. And then we got this like oversized t-shirt on top of the underwear, which is also really cute. And honestly, I think I might use this a lot too. I wonder why we didn't get that underwear set. Like we don't have that without the t-shirt for some reason. Oh, the pink is so cute. Okay, I like this. I think these 2 things are my favorites so far. For some reason, they made them into sleepwear styled looks, but only one, and it's at the very back. Usually the new styled looks are at the front, so that's kind of weird. Okay, for masculine frame sims, we got one shirt, like one open t-shirt. It's cute. It's got some fun swatches, but like that's not, you know, a huge number of options. It looks like we have a few more bottom options. We have these MeUndies, which I still can't get over, but we have these ones. We have these ones in the same swatches, but like a different cut. We also have these little boxers in a few more colors. I like the stripe ones a lot. We've got these that have some matching swatches to the shirt. It looks like a couple of them have some like cool mesh detail too, which is kind of fun. And then a couple other like plain swatches. We've got these also with the mesh, which is kind of fun. Look, that one's got lace. That's cool. Yeah, there's quite a few like kind of interesting swatches on all of those things. Then we have the joggers obviously as well in the same colors. I do like the grilled cheese pants. I'm not gonna lie, those are kind of cute. And then we have these like looser fitting ones as well that match the t-shirt perfectly. Oh, and we got a new robe, like an open robe. That's kind of cute. It's nice to have more stuff like that because we don't really have a lot of things like this. It's just nice to have more sleepwear in general. I feel like we're kind of lacking in that department. Overall though, I don't know. It's all cute. I don't hate it, but this is the full collection. So in total, it's got 24 items. They're all things that I would use. Like, I don't dislike any of these things, but I just don't feel like this is something that I would buy if I weren't a YouTuber. Like, obviously, as a person who makes Sims videos for a living, I bought it, but like, compared to the other kits, like the other clothing kits, there's other ones that I would pick over this, I think. Again, it's cute. It's got nice stuff. It can be kind of versatile. Like pretty much any sim of any frame could wear all of these things. I guess I just feel kind of like, oh, okay, you know, that's cute about it, but I don't like love it or anything. I will say that we don't really have a lot of stuff like this in the base game. Like in the lingerie category, we had a couple things like this. We also had like 2 bras plus the default one, which I almost don't even feel like counts just because like your sim wears it as the default. To me, this is the same thing as like that default construction wallpaper when you first build a room. It like doesn't seem like a real item that I can use for something. So it definitely is fun to have a few more options. I think I find it kind of weird that they didn't tag a lot of this stuff as being for both categories. Like, why are the boxers and the shorts and stuff not for both? I don't know. The like differences in their masculine and feminine categories always confuse me sometimes. But overall, like I said, it's a fine kit. Would I buy it? Probably not. Should you buy it? I mean, if you really like it. This doesn't seem like one of those things that absolutely everyone is going to want, but you might love it, and that's great. But I think with that being said, I want to pop into the game for real and check out that bathroom clutter kit, because that one I personally think I'm going to love. I just jumped into build mode and I'm seeing this room that I think has a lot of the items in it, so I might look at that just to see maybe how they intended for the things to be used. This one is also not going to be a huge kit, by the way. Like, it's just got clutter stuff. There isn't like new counters or anything, but it is kind of interesting to see some of these items and like how they're using them. Doing shelves like this without move objects is always silly to me. Like, these things just look so silly placed up there. But anyway, let's take a look at everything, shall we? I don't think I'll need a very big room for this. I think I could probably get away with a small one. I'll put a couple of lights. And yeah, I don't think that there's even like wallpaper or anything. No, these are all from other kits. There's not new floors. There is, however, a large amount of little clutter objects. The first thing I'm seeing are these little wall decals, which I'm gonna be honest, I don't really find myself using wall decals all that much, like in my regular builds, but these are kind of cute for making kids' bathrooms. I really like some of these like ocean themed ones, like the little fishies are so adorable. And maybe I could do better to like make, you know, more decorated kids' bathrooms and even kids' bedrooms. Like you could use that in like an ocean themed nursery or something. It's also only 5 simoleons, which is kind of nice for decorating on a budget. Then we have this dearly departed tooth lacquer, which I think is just an empty tube of toothpaste. I know it's very far away and it's very small right there, but we've got a nice half squeezed tube of toothpaste. Should I get counters or something? I don't think I can do this on the floor. It's too far away. There, okay. We have this tube of toothpaste. You know what? You could almost have that pass as like a tube of paint or something too, if you wanted to use that in like an artist's room. Then we also have the full tube of toothpaste, which has the same swatches, but it's not squeezed all the way out. We have a bar of soap. It's called It's Soap, and it only costs 10 simoleons, which is a decent price. And there's some kind of cute versions of it too. We don't really have anything like that either. There is a single piece of toilet paper, costs 10. I have to know, how much is this? 50? The toilet paper roll is also 50? No sim can live without this everyday necessity. Place this item in your bathroom and rest assured that no sim will ever find themselves lacking, even if it is placed the wrong way. That's kind of nodding to the argument about which way the paper should go. Should be placed like behind or over. Honestly, I don't care. I have no say in this. I don't even think about it really. But if you have strong toilet paper opinions, don't worry, you can make it look however you'd like. I was really curious about this, like curious if they would make this new one cheaper than the base game one, because I am always making fun of them for making this base game one 50 simoleons, but this one is also 50. So it's nice to have a new variant though. I'm actually kind of glad about that, and it's got like some nice simple swatches like silver, but a few gold tones, white and black, so it'll fit everywhere. I made the little new sign go away by clicking on the category, so I've kind of messed up here, but the rest of the stuff we have, let's see. On this little thingy, we have a few other like decorative swatches, which is kind of interesting. I hadn't ever considered decorative floral toilet paper, but we have it. Also, this one is kind of ripped, which is sort of cute, I guess. We have this cup of dentures, which is only 15 simoleons, and oh my god, I thought it was a bug. It's obviously not a bug. It's a retainer, but when I saw it like the first angle, I was like, is that like a blue bug with legs? No, it's not. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Wow. That scared me. Somehow the teeth are better in this situation. We also have this comb. I'm really excited about this too. It's just nice to have more things to like put on your Sim's dresser or put on their counter and stuff. I also keep looking at all the prices because I'm so curious at how they've priced everything. I feel like 20 simoleons might even be a little pricey for a single used lotion, but this has a couple cute swatches too. It looks kind of like sunscreen, which is fun. We have this cup that has a toothbrush and toothpaste in it and a few swatches. I like the yellow one. This is a little skincare essentials set. This thing could pass as like perfume or something too. This could like go on your Sim's dresser or on the counter. I like stuff like that you can sort of use for multiple purposes. We've got a couple other lotions that are stood up next to each other. These have a few other variants of swatches on them. Ooh, salt bath fragrance jar with some luxury bath fragrances, also in a very large variety of swatches. That's cool. And that almost looks like cotton balls in a jar, which is kind of fun. Oh, we got a new hand soap too. How much is the base game hand soap? This one's 55, the little tiny base game one. I like the new one a lot better. Like the vibes of this, way nicer. That's the same price. Okay, fine. I guess it makes sense to keep your toilet paper and soap prices consistent throughout the game. This one has some fun swatches. There's like some nice marble ones, couple plain ones, but also like some kind of fun kids ones with a void critter on it and stuff. Then we got a couple of these little drawers. This is the plastic 3-drawer organizer organizer and the plastic teen organizer. One of them is like closed and clean and has some cute swatches, and the other one is open and you can see like all the jewelry and stuff hanging out of it. This is a really nice clutter item. I'm gonna use this thing all the time. Same thing, like in bathrooms, but also in bedrooms and stuff. We've also got 2 new towel bars. I really like how big these are. I hadn't really considered that, like how much bigger they would be than the base game ones, but we normally have just this size. So this is a huge towel bar. It's got some kind of fun swatches. There's like some plain ones, sort of elegant looking ones, but also some kind of fun kids ones. Oh, and they came in plain white and black. There's even 2 white swatches. There's like cream and white. I'm so glad they did that. I don't understand why asking for a plain white swatch is like too much to ask for sometimes, but they've come through with this. It is a little bit annoying how the towel bar is like different colors, because what if you don't want that like bright yellow gold because your tub is silver or whatever, but at least these are fine. These are simple and they'll fit everywhere. And then we had the same thing again, but like kind of more disheveled, like you kind of just threw them up there, and I really like that about this. I love the detail. This looks so realistic. I'm gonna use this all the time. I'm out of counter space, so hang on, I need to get some more here so I can look at the rest of the clutter. We also have this little electric razor and a couple of cute swatches, so that's a nice touch, especially after we got like literal shaving added to the game in the most recent expansion pack. It's kind of fun to have like a little razor detail. I skipped this by accident. This is the New Wave toothbrush set, and it's like a little electric toothbrush on the counter there. This one has some kind of fun swatches too. They have like that same set of kids things on it. I like the cat one a lot. Then we have this little wall shower caddy, which is so much smaller than the other ones that we have and really, really cute. I think I'm gonna use this, honestly, maybe the most. I hate to say it, but so far I'm most interested in the towels, this shower caddy, and the toilet paper, which is so weird. But this has some really nice swatches. I like the cloud there and like this little pink flower. I don't know, it's just cute. We do have a plunger now and a toilet brush, which we don't have anything like that already. So that's kind of a fun detail. I like this one a lot. I think I'll use this a lot too, actually. And then we got this set it and forget it bathroom tray. Okay, this has like a comb and some lotion and the bath salts on it. That's really, really nice. I like the color scheme they've gone for with this too, because there's like plain black, also plain white, but also like a couple cutesy ones like the pink one. I think I'll use that a lot too. This is a spa towel set. It's like hand towels, I think, because they're smaller and it has the soap bar on top. And I think it's supposed to match these towels as well, which is kind of a fun little detail. And last, we have this little hair dryer, which I really like. I think that's adorable. I think the purple and yellow are my favorites. How much is that? 150? Okay, fair enough. That's reasonable. Compared to the toilet paper price, a hair dryer just being 150 is actually cheap, I think. I feel like most hair dryers are more than 3 times the cost of a single roll of toilet paper, but I don't know. This game is weird. We also got this little wall sconce, which seems like kind of a weird addition, but oh, it's a nightlight. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, it seems so tiny. It's a nightlight. Well, that makes way more sense to me then. That's why it has like the cute stuff on it. Well, in the pictures, they had it like up on the wall and stuff next to the mirrors. This reminds me of my grandma's house. She has always had a nightlight in the hall bathroom. Always, my entire life. That's kind of cute. See, hers is actually kind of like up counter height as well, so I guess that makes sense. I had in my head that it was just like a wall sconce, so seeing nightlight kind of threw me, but I like it. It's also cheap, which is good. And then I think the last thing we have are these 2 little rugs. We have the toilet mat, which also seems like it matches the towels perfectly. I'm kind of unsure about some of the colors on these things. I think they feel a little bit bold to me. I like this little minty color, but I don't really know how often I'm gonna use like this thing. And I don't really like this one either. This feels very, this might be mean, okay? But to me, the swatches that look like this on the towels as well, it feels very like 2007 fancy. And mom, I know that you're probably watching this. I don't want you to take offense, but it reminds me of like a bathroom towel that you would buy. And I don't know if I would use it in my builds. Like, I don't really want all this brown, you know? Like, to me, that's not really the vibes. I think this one's okay. I think I just don't like the swirly ones. I wish that there was more like colors like this. Like, I hate to say it, but I wish there was more like blue or something. Or more like pastel, more color that isn't so patterned. Does that make sense? I think that's everything though. Looking at it all laid out, it feels kind of silly. I won't lie. It is nice to see these things kind of in action and like how they've intended them to be used. Oh my God, I forgot. Wait, I was trying to save the best for last and then I almost forgot to show it to you? I was intentionally waiting. The most important feature of this entire pack are the new light switches. We have the clickety light switch. Click it up, click it down. Now do that 10 times fast. And it's just a plain light switch. There's only 2 swatches. This one is a light switch and dimmer. Also only 2 swatches. Why isn't there like a black swatch? I don't know. But I was really excited about this. I don't even think they're functional. Like, I think they're purely decorative. Like, I don't think your sim can click on that to turn the lights on and off. I'll find out, but I'm pretty sure they already said that they're not functional. But I've been really wanting detail like that. Like, I'm really excited about come on, Stanley. You can afford this. Seriously? I have to use a free real estate sheet to look at my bathroom clutter. But I've been really excited about things that add realism to my Sims builds. So things like the disheveled towels or the empty toothpaste tube or the light switch are really, really exciting to me. Like, I think that kind of thing is so fun. Yeah, you can't click on it. It's just, all this stuff is fake. It's just decorative. There's nothing functional about a single one of these things at all. It is purely a clutter kit, and I like it. I think it's fun. I think I feel kind of silly making a review video of these 2 kits because both of them feel like very small, and it's hard for me to explain why. But I think it's because when you compare like this build kit to the other build kits, even if it has the same or like more items, this one has 31 items in it. You compare it to like the pastel pop kit, this one has 24 items, but because they're bigger, it feels like I'm getting more things, even if I'm not actually getting more things. But when you just look at like a bed versus like 2 different kinds of toothpaste tubes, the bed feels like a more substantial addition. Compared to the other clutter kit, it's like pretty much the same. This one had 30, and now this bathroom clutter kit has 31. And I really do like both of these clutter kits. For me, as a person who really likes to build in The Sims, but also really enjoys like legacy style Sims gameplay, where I play with like the same family for 10 generations and I get really involved in their lives and making like really detailed bedrooms for them. This kind of thing is like right up my alley. I also don't really put a lot of effort into my Sims bathrooms, so I kind of like the idea of some more details that I can add, because I feel like this might make me put more effort into my Sims bathrooms. But using that same logic, it almost makes it feel like this kit's not worth it because I don't really decorate my Sims bathroom. So do I need this? Maybe not, but it's got light switches and toothpaste, so I like it. I actually think this is kind of fun. And then with the Simtimates kit, I feel like the reason this one feels empty is almost the same as the clutter ones. Like, there's just something about like, I don't know, a bra that doesn't feel as substantial as like a dress, when in reality, they're both just cast assets. If anything, the bra is probably more versatile because you can use it as a bra or like as a swimsuit top. It could just be a shirt if you wanted to. Like, these things are probably more versatile than your average Sims item, but in my head, I'm like, oh, it's just underwear. So it doesn't feel that big to me. This kit has 24 items, and the most recent cast kit, that first fits kit, also had 24. Oh, before that, we got this Moonlight Chic kit. This one has 33. Modern menswear had 24 though, so maybe like 24, 25 is more the average. That's interesting though. I've been kind of trying to sit here and collect my thoughts, and I think overall, these kits are fine. They're not like the best kits we've gotten. In terms of value, they also aren't the worst kits we've gotten. They're kind of in the same ballpark as all the other ones when it comes to like item count and stuff. So as per usual, when recommending these things, it really comes down to you and how you play The Sims, because I feel like both of these are kind of niche. Like, if you're not super into building, you probably wouldn't like this bathroom clutter kit, because while it's kind of fun and it adds some nice detail to your Sims bathrooms, you might not care to add detail to your Sims bathrooms. And if that is you, when it comes down to picking a build kit, I'd probably go for one that has a little bit more substance to it. And by that, I mean like maybe the kitchen kit, because it's got like kitchen counters and a stove and stuff. The pastel pop kit is probably my favorite of all of the build kits, and that one's got a lot of really nice like bedroom furniture. So you might find yourself getting more use out of those things than like the toilet paper holder that comes in this one. And I think the same could be said of the Simtimates kit. If you're like super into cast and you love dressing your Sims, and maybe you're the kind of person that already gives your Sims an underwear outfit, like one of my friends gives their Sims like 3 sleepwears. There's always one that's like a cozy t-shirt thing, one that's like more of an underwear vibe. So if you're like that friend, this is probably perfect for you. But if you're like me and maybe you don't do a lot of cast stuff, or if this really isn't your exact style, you might enjoy a different cast kit more. I mean, that's the thing with kits, right? These are all very specific. So while maybe the Moonlight Chic kit is my favorite one, this might might be your least favorite one, really depending on your style. So it's kind of hard to like give a blanket recommendation for any of them. But what I can say is it's not bad. It's just not like the best one, at least in my opinion. And when it comes to kits, I usually try and sit here and think like, okay, would I buy this if I weren't a YouTuber? Because my perspective is kind of skewed, because whether or not I like it or not, I'll probably use these things in videos anyway, because like I have it now. But I think if I wasn't making Sims videos for a living, I'd probably still get the bathroom clutter kit, mostly because I like building a lot and I like the idea of decorating stuff like that. But I don't think I would get the Simtimates kit. I think I'd probably get a different cast one over it, but that's just my personal opinion. You can always look through like all the lists of items if you want and like really analyze if you actually think you'll use it. And of course, I have made videos on every single kit that has ever come out, so I can link some of the more recent ones down below as well. But I think on that note, I'm gonna end this video right here. If you like The Sims and you enjoy Sims news or like information on new pack releases and stuff, feel free to subscribe. It seems like we've got an expansion pack kind of on the horizon coming out at some point soon, so obviously as soon as we get any news about that, I will make a video for you on it. And that baby update as well. They haven't given a release date for either of these things, but they're both kind of like looming over us, so I will let you know as soon as we hear anything. But with that, I'm gonna go, so thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all tomorrow, okay? Bye, everybody. I think I'm feeling a little bit underwhelmed by these today, and that might be because the most recent kit release was like so huge for me. I was so excited for that pastel pop kit, and I really, really liked those items, so like it's kind of hard to top that release.